This summer, are you headed to the movies? After 3 long pandemic years, there are big hopes from studios and your local theater. They will finally see you back in person. It's 2023, and it's still a feat to lure you out of the house after years of streaming. And that's why theaters are making sure they have everything you can ever ask for to enjoy a movie. Moving pictures, pioneered in America, and since 1896, an American pastime. Folks flocking to theaters to watch magic on the big screen. That magic stopped in the pandemic as theaters stayed dark and folks stayed at home to stream. In 2023, is the magic still there?
We try to see every movie that's out for the year.
What makes you keep coming back to movies?
Come to be entertained.
Have your date nights, just have fun. The atmosphere.
I'm Star-Lord.
The movies, of course. Just family time.
The ladies.
The new releases.
Brooklyn in the house.
From the actors to the studios, the buzz at CinemaCon in Las Vegas was larger than life for the most normal year for movies in years.
We've had the theaters open, the audiences have been ready, but we haven't had the movies.
The National Organization of Movie Theater Owners says 2023 is a robust release year.
I can't quite figure it out.
She got legs.
Since the pandemic roller coaster, that's when movie studios held back till bigger audiences came back. Theaters stayed closed too. Even when they opened, there wasn't much to show.
We came back with cinema safe protocols. While the pandemic was still going, we'd be safe, but we didn't have the movies. You had people piling on more and more debt.
That's how juggernaut Regal ended up shutting down more theaters in early 2023.
What usually happens is another company comes in and reopens it and run it differently and have a way of making money off of that and serving the customers. We're in a different world.
In the new world of movie going, what drives you to the theater? Owners did a study. Most people want family time. Didn't put price as the biggest factor, sought the biggest screen for that big blockbuster. Half wanted popcorn and restaurant-style food. Bottom line, if you're bypassing the ease of streaming, the new moviegoer wants the comfiest, tastiest, most immersive, mind-blowing experience.
When you have to go out of the house, you want the best if you're paying for it.
We're a little dog in a big fight, and we gotta scrap it out.
We turn to the Brendan Theater at the Palms for insight. They have a $5 all-day Monday.
We love this movie theater.
All your snacks, nachos, pretzels, you name it. You get it all here.
The chairs, they are so comfortable.
It's not too cold or hot, comfortable, clean.
The discount and the luxury seats.
You also come for dinner, lunch.
We started experimenting with a prime rib sandwich on brioche bun. Now we have a fried chicken sandwich. No stop has not been pulled. Champagne, we have cocktails, beer, wine. We can't afford not to miss something.
The Brendan Theater stayed closed for 2 years and reopened when the Palms did. It's known for its 7-story IMAX theater, electronic reclining leather seats, and murals done by local artists. Now, there's an ultra lounge and a DJ station for parties. You can get cool mementos when a movie gets released.
Just adding that little extra sizzle, but like, what else are we missing?
To keep you coming in 2023, theaters think ahead what else you could possibly want or dream of.
Meet the residents of Element City.
But ultimately, what makes people go to a movie is a good movie, your choice of flick, and the buzz from the hype or rave reviews that make you have to see it too.
The industry lives and dies on the films that come out of Hollywood. The proof is in the pudding. When the timing is right and the movie's right, they come out.
Let them come.
The hype around the movies.
Hi, Barbie!
Big screen.
I'm Brooklyn's one and only Spider-Man.
Nice vibe.
Dr. Jones.
I get lost in myself going to the movies. It's a fantasy.
Let's get nuts.
I'm seeing a good story.
Are you revved up to see some of these flicks too? Holy moly, these trailers, John. So, by the way, $5 Monday at Brendan Theaters is still around, even for IMAX on Memorial Day. Ain't that cool?
Well, the movie I want to see on the big screen, you just showed at the end of your story, Mission Impossible.
Oh, yeah.
You have to take that in on the big screen, for sure.
Absolutely.
And Indiana Jones, too.
Yes, so here's a little bit of the lineup. May 26th, starting to be released, The Little Mermaid kicking off Memorial Day weekend. I'll be dragging my husband to that. June 2nd, Spider-Man. June 16th, Elemental. June 30th, Indiana Jones starring the
Harrison Ford. Yeah, reprising his role all these years later.
And Barbie on July 21st, for which I will also be taking my husband.
Let me know how that is, and I'll let you know how Mission Impossible is.